Hello everyone. Welcome to Archethic Public Blockchain. Archethic gives back humanity control over technology and to each individual control over their key identity. Uh, this video is mainly dedicated to provide a tech update to the community and to provide the overall blockchain development that has been happening so far. Those of you who have been hearing the Archethic blockchain for the very first time, I just wanted to give you a very quick key features of Archethic blockchain. First is the validation time. So the validation time in Archethic blockchain is less than 5 seconds, no matter the complexity of the transaction or the smart contract. Plus the Archethic blockchain is able to handle an infinite number of transactions per second. And the security is close to 97.5%. So which means that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other blockchains are prone to 51% attack. But with Archethic, that number is close to 97.5%. The data is being secured throughout the globe, so that no matter the geopolitical conflict or the natural calamity could tamper with the blockchain. The last would be the peer-to-peer layer. With Archethic, it is a supervised multicast, directly targeting the node-to-node communication rather than a highly complex and energy-consuming gossip protocol. Archethic Public Blockchain is very happy to announce the Archethic Labs. This labs will be the manual for the latest tech and product updates on the Archethic ecosystem. This labs is being built by the builders and for the builders. Through this lab, you can have access to the testnet and the mainnet. Both the testnet and the mainnet were parallelly deployed on the 30th of June 2021. And so far, both the testnet and the mainnet have been in constant updates, upgrades, and bug fixes. So as you can see, you have direct access to the mainnet and the testnet, plus the code viewer directly pointing you to the GitHub channel, and a blog article which explains what's happened with the testnet and mainnet so far. Sam, do you want to explain how these changes are being made on the testnet and mainnet so far?
Yes. So as we are evolving into our iteration, into analyzing and to try to stabilize the network and find issues and improvements, and also new features. We are firstly managing to and resolving to update firstly the testnet as the first experimentation and in production of the new update and upgrades. So we are also leveraging real-time upgrade. So we try to enforce this practice to be able to not bring a node down and to do some kind of hard fork. So we are trying more to do like soft fork, kind of. But the thing which is interesting inside the mainnet and testnet in parallel, and also in terms of feasibility, because the mainnet and testnet are based with the same kind of node infrastructure. So it means the miner hardware is the same. So which means like the performance that you will get on the testnet would be a kind of equivalent to the mainnet. So which means like the TPS and the validation time to process transaction into the testnet would be the same as the mainnet. So which means like has developer, has DApp developer, and people who want to try it out. If I'm satisfied with the testnet, there is a high chance that I will be satisfied with the mainnet. So this is something which is important, and as the both network evolve, once the stability is reached, it's help us to achieve what we claim into our roadmap and any use case that we want to deliver.
As you can see, so far it's been almost 6 months that the testnet and the mainnet are being deployed, and so far there have been so many upgrades and so many changes. So please go check out the code viewer where the developers can look at the code and like suggest some changes. So first in the AE labs, so you have access to the testnet and mainnet. Now let's go to the tech updates and the latest happenings that are happening on the Archethic public blockchain so far. So all these tech updates are on the testnet itself. People can directly go try it out, like experiment and provide their feedback. So first, let's check out the testnet faucet. So like what is a faucet? Faucet in very general and like very blockchain terms is a free fund of the transfer of UCO through your wallet address. Basically, this is basically where the users can just get some dummy UCOs to play around and to see how the transactions are working and how fast the blockchain is, etc. So like you can just go try it out. Uh, so I'm clicking on the faucet. This is a faucet where I just take an example of an address. So this is my address and I'm transferring 100 UCOs to this address. So the transfer is complete. As you can see, this is a sub-second transaction validation and a sub-second proof of work verification. So I'm going to do it again, like just to get the whole of the transaction. I can directly view this transaction on the blockchain itself. Now, when I click on the transaction itself, I can see the various contents, the previous public key, the previous signature, like the origin key, etc. Plus, at the same time, look at the proof of work and the proof of integrity of that transaction chain. Now here you can see the various transaction movements, like the movements of UCO, plus the node movements, what nodes are involved in validating the transaction, what's the public key of the node, etc. And then finally you can check the transaction fee for that 100 UCO transaction. So it's a very low transaction fee, just 0.5%, which is way lower than the standard in the blockchain. And like overall, like the cross validation, etc., will happen. So through this faucet, people can get started or experiment with or write a pseudocode on top of it, which gives the community an experience of how fast the Archethic blockchain is and how fast the nodes validated are. Sam, do you want to add more? Or do you want to share your screen and add more?
Yeah, just a bit of detail of maybe how it is working. So when we spawn the testnet, we define some kind of coin-based balance for this specific chain that the node are able to process, and so it is like for now it's like a fountain of coins that we can deliver. But of course, to ensure that everyone will have access to it, in the following weeks, we will ensure that no one will be able to spam this kind of faucet, so with some kind of rate limiter. But yes, so as I mentioned, this tool is mainly used for experimenting the testnet. Also, for those who want to host a local node as a developer, if they go to the GitHub and follow the instruction how to spawn a node, the faucet is also available during the development time. So which means like you can also experiment locally.
Please go to the AE labs and just click on try it out and like you can yourself try it out. So you can read more about the faucet, like as to what went through to like building the faucet, and you can either watch a video like as to how the faucet works. Now let's move to the first decentralized application on Archethic blockchain called AeWeb. AeWeb will be the first application that will be built on the Archethic blockchain. So So what is AeWeb is basically today, like almost every day, or like on the internet, 250,000 plus new websites are being built every day. All these websites are either small, very small, or medium-sized websites, and these websites need constant constant maintenance, anti-hacking proof, or constant security in this case. Sorry. Hence, uh, AeWeb provides a one-shot solution to deploy your website on the highly secure, scalable, and safe Archethic blockchain. So like all you have to do is just click on the try it out, where you'll be directly taken to the GitHub of AeWeb, where where through a simple CLI, through a simple command line interface, you can get started with AeWeb. First, you need to npm install AeWeb, click on like for generating an address, and then push your files, or in this case, the CSS or the HTML files to the blockchain, and then finally, whatever, like deploy it. Sam, do you want to add more?
Yeah, sure. So in fact, this CLI, this tool, so is available globally if you install with Node.js. So which means like you can in any place inside the computer to firstly generate address to receive forms, let's say from the faucet, but you are able also to deploy any kind of files. So the thing is, right now we are only supporting single file deployment. In the following weeks, it will be multiple file deployment, so you will be able to deploy an entire website if you need. So one key advantage is that instead to host your assets into different kind of cloud provider or different kind of decentralized storage, the Archethic transaction data structure allows to have a free content that you can put inside any transaction. And so in that case, you can put let's say an HTML page, JavaScript content, CSS, or even an image if you want. And so you have the capability to deploy that directly on chain, which give more confidence about the data security and availability. So we are working on this project as well. Also, in the following weeks, it will not only a CLI, a command line interface, but it will be also a user interface, maybe web or desktop, where you will be able to simply drag and drop. So stay tuned for all these AeWeb updates that it will come as I mentioned in the following weeks.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And I forgot one thing. When we want to deploy assets, okay, it's fine that we can deploy on chain, but it is important also to have a way to reach it easily. So for that, we have also implemented into any Archethic node a redirection of assets using what is called DNS link, which is used by IPFS as well to be able, so which means like a domain name can be linked to a given transaction chain. And so the domain name will every time fetch the last transaction of your chain for your asset deployment, which is a great feature in terms of update and visibility.
Thank you, Sam. And very soon you'll have access to the AeWeb, the website that will guide you through for deploying your websites on the Archethic blockchain. Coming to the third tech update, which is the Beacon Explorer, which covers the overall view of the network. Let me start by explaining what beacon chains are. Beacon chains are very famous in the blockchain space because it was started by Ethereum to get an overview of the Ethereum's network. Similarly, the beacon chains on the Archethic blockchain coordinate all the transactions of the Archethic network. These transactions can be a simple UCO transfer, or the transaction from Oracle chains, or the transactions from the beacon chains itself, so like etc. So all these transactions are clustered together in specific time slots, and they are summarized through the beacon chains. Beacon Explorer is the word like what explains itself. So the Explorer, which gives you access to all the beacon chains over time. You can just give it a look by trying it out. Uh, Hence, through the beacon chains, no matter when the transaction was done, or no matter how long back the transaction was done, just by like entering the address of the transaction, you will be able to know its status, what happened, etc. Let me just take an example of a transaction here. According to this transaction, it was like a simple UCO transfer. Or, no, or maybe Sam, you can explain this one.
Yeah, sure. So this one was recorded from the Oracle chain. In fact, so it was in fact in this time slot it was two transactions. One a simple Oracle transaction which notify the usage of the UCO price, and the last one to summarize, let's say, the entire slot also, or on the Oracle chain. So with this beacon chain, you have the capability to see what happened, what transaction happened given a time slot. But the thing is interesting because inside this beacon chain explorer, which is one of the strengths of Archethic network, and the real challenge to provide this kind of explorer, because in other blockchain which are providing beacon chain, they are not really sharded, because they help to synchronize a shard, but themselves they are not sharded, and on the Archethic network, beacon chain are sharded and are able to synchronize other shards. So when you want to aggregate all this data into a single interface for a given time slot, it requires some technical challenge to achieve that, and to have a global view of the entire network, whatever the number of shards that you want to achieve and to monitor. So with this screen, you will be able to see the transactions which are coming inside the network into different kind of sharding.
No matter the number of transactions per second the network is handling, or no matter the throughput like of the network, all the transactions are being summarized by the beacon chains to get an overview of the network, and this overview helps in having a better understanding of the network, and like able to predict the network threats, or like or able to have a like or build a prediction module around it. These chains are the key for the survival of the blockchain. For most of the tech updates, so you can always try it out, or you can watch the video as to how those tech updates work, and also read more about the tech updates. So like finally we go to the most famous, the Archethic mobile wallet, where uh, all your UCOs or all your NFTs are being managed in just one mobile wallet. Archethic mobile wallet is just like any other wallet, where you can get or do transactions or fund transfers through UCO, like or through any other cryptocurrency, or even through NFTs. So these work like just like any other wallet through a 24-word the mnemonic way of storing and restoring the keys and the wallet. And like the wallet is still in the beta version. Very soon the possibility of NFTs will also be supported on the wallet, so you can try it out directly through the GitHub, and you can like just install it in your Android wallet, sorry, put in your Android smartphone, and you can get started. Sam, I will put the link to this one It's not yet updated. We'll update that. Uh, so like maybe Samuel can explain as to uh, how this Archethic mobile wallet got created by one of our community members, and how the community has been a very important put in building together like the Archethic blockchain.
Yeah, sure. So at the beginning, um, um, a long time ago, we have started to create some prototype for wallets to experimenting about the Archethic network, how to set transaction, how to manage NFT and such. And it was just the first prototype, and after that, a member of the community requested to take this in charge and to maybe to update it, and so it happens. But the thing which is interesting, it is like this new wallet was created by Sylvain Serami, which did a really fantastic job to bring all this aspect and feature alone and in his free time. But the thing which is good, it is like um, as we are embracing the community and force developer to come and contribute. The project which started by a side project from a given person became an official integrated project by the Archethic Foundation. So which means like Sylvain delegate to us this application because we analyzed it and we saw that okay, it is a good project, and we want to highlight this and to show it to the community. And so it is in the track of embracing contribution and also rewardness about which want to contribute into our project. And so this wallet was created to be able to support different kind of platforms. In the following weeks and months, also new feature will happen. Like you mentioned, the NFT, the decentralized identity, and wallet. Many other stuff, UB key integration, which is a really key point in terms of authentication. And also different kind of platform, iOS, Android, maybe desktop, web. This will really bring more attractivity into the project to have this kind of wallet and intuitive wallet. Thanks for Sylvain Cerami for all this work. And so also it's a good example, like if you want to contribute and give interesting project to the community, the Archethic Foundation may be interesting to take on also and to help you with this kind of project and to bring more awareness and the new feature, which is really interesting into the ecosystem.
As Samuel mentioned, Archethic Foundation is always on a lookout for key developments, whether it be on the core blockchain protocol, or whether it be on applications, or whether it be on the adoption of UCO, or what building wallets, or like what connecting to UB keys or whatever. The foundation is always on a lookout for that. So like don't hesitate to contact the foundation directly. Finally, those are the 4 tech updates that we wanted to mention to the community, as it's more like a transparency report showing to the community what has been done so far, like, and being very transparent about it. And at the same time, it's also something the community can see and like suggest feedbacks as to say, okay, like what we are some developers here and we would like to develop this part or that part. and so on and so forth. So finally, to end this video with, so like Archethic labs are the key to having the tech updates and the product updates of the entire Archethic ecosystem. So please have a look out for this, where you can directly access the testnet and mainnet with the tech updates, like what that will be constantly updated. Don't hesitate to like check out the foundation, the roadmap, or the GitHub, Discord, etc. Don't hesitate to subscribe your email ID to get the latest tech updates. Anything, Sam, you want to add before we finish?
Yes, sure. So yes. Is this web page here will be definitely the place to have all the updates, as long with all the community channels that we are providing. GitHub is a good place also to monitor. So as I mentioned, if you want new idea, feedback, do not hesitate to go to the GitHub as well. Is where all the tech happens. So yeah, different kind of projects. So we are welcoming any kind of contributions. So yeah. And also for all the mainnet involvement, etc. So we have deployed few nodes, and we are increasing the deployment of a new node which have been already shipped to investor as well. So we are continuing on all this stabilization to increase the fleet of miner. To increase the security. So yes, so stay tuned also about all these aspects. As we will evolve in stability, we will increase the capacity of the network as well with the testnet. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you by advance for all your contribution and feedback.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you, Sam, and thank you everyone for taking your time to listening the video. And yeah, we'll see you in the next tech update. Thank you.
Thank you.